Hey guys, Andrew here. So today I'm going to be doing my project on the zombification of human communication and interactions and how technology has led to human interactions being less genuine and a more zombified personal approach to how we interact with each other and kind of the negative effects that bring to us humans. And then we're going to go over the problem, just some examples of some support to show you what I really mean by this, and a solution to how we can possibly solve this problem looking forward in the future. Okay, so first of all, the problem is that technology is decreasing face-to-face human interactions and is ultimately hurting how we interact with each other and our friends. Just as an example, I think we've all seen people out to eat and you look around and you see a whole group of people just staring at their phones instead of talking to each other, and I think this is a really big problem. Social media has proven to be addictive, and 210 million people are estimated to suffer from the internet and social media addictions. So if you look at the figure that I have on my right, it just shows that the average American spends 2.7 hours per day socializing on their mobile device, which is a really big chunk of the free time that people have every single day. It's over twice the amount of time that they eat and 1/3 the amount of time that they spend sleeping every day. And I think also that this technology and zombification of human interaction kind of results to us treating people differently online in unfair and compassionate ways. A good example of this is just how viral videos lead to mass online bullying, because we're not seeing the people as a human, but we're just sharing these videos with each other and kind of making fun of them. So just a few examples in support of this is Americans check their phones more than 8 billion times per day collectively, and the average American does this 46 times per day. That's up 13 times from 2014 study, and 81% of Americans check their phone while dining. So how many times have you seen someone looking down? I know I referred to this example before, and everyone looking at their phone and prioritizing what's going on their phone and social media because of this addiction, as opposed to having genuine human interaction with other people. I think right now it isn't necessarily super detrimental to the human race, but just an example of how this is becoming an extreme problem is in Japan. There are now people opting just to use sex robots as opposed to having genuine human relationships, which is obviously a very big problem looking forward as the human species evolves. So just as an analysis, this constant phone checking is an obsession and leading people to not choose people as the number one priorities, but phones. And human interactions and communication is a must to fully understand each other and for humans to thrive as a species. And obsession over technology and social media can lead to many health issues like anxiety. Everyone always has to have the most posts on their Instagram, and things like this just kind of pile up. Furthermore, I think there are a couple solutions. The first one is corporate social responsibility, which we've seen a little bit of before. These social media platforms need to start implementing more stopping cues and doing stuff to not make their app as addictive as it used to be. They need to start prioritizing friends' posts over advertisements and just things that are going to make them money in order to see a change. And we've already started to see this a little bit. Facebook showed that it will prioritize interactions over publishing posts, which isn't good for the company. We saw a huge stock drop a few days ago because Facebook prioritized human interaction over Zuckerberg. But just a quote from Mark Zuckerberg, that they feel the responsibility to make sure services aren't just fun to use, but also good for people's well-being. And I think these are a step in the right direction, but we need to keep on seeing more stuff like this, because now, even though a corporation can make a bunch of money by making us be on their app for hours at a time, I don't think this is the best approach and the best way for us humans to interact. Another solution is to get help from applications. I have an app on my phone called Moment, and it tracks how much time you spend on your phone, how much time you pick up your phone a day, and there are different things that you can do to help control just how you're being tied to your phone. And this helps you really communicate with people in a different way besides just staring at your phone all day and maybe texting someone, having more face-to-face interactions. And just as another example of how a company is helping fix this problem, is Apple announced that it's going to be integrating features like this just on the iOS system to make sure that people aren't spending all day on their phone and start genuinely interacting with each other and creating the relationships that really matter. So that's the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I see zombification of human communication as a really big problem, and it tends, when we're only interacting with people online, it tends to hurt the relationships that we're forming and often not see people for who they really are. So thanks for listening. Bye.